What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Just wanted to get on here before I cut to the Livescope footage. This video is all about catching fish using the Garmin Livescope. I know there's a lot of videos out there using the Livescope. I've had some on my channel, but I haven't really talked about really how I use it. So I'm going to talk about it a little bit and then cut to the footage. If you just want to see the footage of us catching fish on Livescope, I'll put the tag up here where you can skip to. But if not, stick around. And I'm going to kind of walk you guys through how I'm using my Livescope to catch fish. All this footage is going to be from Florida. Went out to a few lakes that have some deeper water. The Livescope really seems to work in like 10 foot plus foot of water. Anything shallower and it just doesn't pick up too good. You probably wouldn't really need it in anything shallower anyways. In that shallower grass and stuff, I'll pretty much use my 360 if I'm casting at targets. But it doesn't really show up fish that great in anything under 10 foot. But anything above 10 foot, it shows you everything you need to see. Pull up to offshore spots. What I'll do is I'll get out there on my graphs, idle around with side scan, down scan, all that. Find what I want to fish, mark it, get lined up on it. I can see if it's any kind of structure or anything. I'll see it on my 360. And then with the Livescope, I've just got it mounted to my trolling motor. And I can just scan around with it with my trolling motor to see if there's any fish in the area. You can see the structure sticking up off the bottom if you're fishing a brush pile or anything like that. And a lot of times you'll see the fish stacked up behind that brush pile or in front of it or to the sides. They're not always straight on top of it, so that's really when it helps. On the 360 I can see the brush pile, but I can't always see the fish on it. So with that Livescope on brush piles, or any other type of structure, you can really see where those fish are set up and put your bait right there where those fish are. And it's just a really effective way to catch fish offshore. As you'll see in this video coming up, caught a lot of big fish that without the Livescope we definitely wouldn't have caught. You know, just typically you would pull up, make a few casts at the brush pile, at the shell, at whatever kind of structure you're fishing at, and if you get bit, cool. If not, you move on, but you really don't know what's down there. With the Livescope, you pretty much can tell every single fish that's around that piece of structure. You can tell if they're reacting to your bait, where they're set up around the structure, if they're behind it, to the side, whatever. So it really just cuts down wasted fishing time. And the only thing that I'm going to have to learn, and everybody else is going to have to learn using the Livescope or any of these other live imaging that all these other companies are coming out with, is going to be when to leave those fish. You pretty much see fish on every piece of structure you pull up to, and a lot of times it's hard to decipher whether it's bass or bluegill or catfish. And even if they are bass, a lot of times they just aren't going to bite your bait. So learning when to move on after you've thrown in your certain baits that you want to throw at them is definitely going to be the key to not getting stuck just staring at that Livescope, because you pretty much see fish. If you're on the right spots, you'll see fish. And sometimes you get them to bite, sometimes you don't. So learning when to move on is definitely going to be a big key with that. But with that being said, we'll cut to the footage here, catching some fish on Livescope. This is actually going to be from 2 different days. So we'll be in 2 different boats, but both of us have the Livescope doing the same thing. So just a heads up on that. And if you guys want, I can do a more in-depth video as I learn more about the Livescope and using that in conjunction with that Mega 360. And I'll do a more in-depth video if that's something you guys want to see. So definitely leave a comment below and let me know if that's something you want to see. But here's the footage. Alright, first spot of the day. Didn't even get the GoPros on. Got like a 4-pounder on a crankbait. Go. DT10
in the face. Should I not be commenting?
You can comment if you want. What is that, like a 4?
Straight below the boat.
I don't know. Maybe they're right below us. Drop on them. Yeah, there goes your drop shot right. Dude, you're
oh my god. They all nose down to it. There he is.
Oh my god. Oh my
Okay.
drop shot rod.
I gotta get my drop shot out. He's not very big. All of them
They
just
all
went
turned down
straight
on that
down. That's funny. Are they all still there?
Hey folks, it's easy. All you gotta do is...
How big, like 5?
I guess those were fish.
Yeah.
5-pounders, not 12.
Like a 4-pounder. Well, there's like 5 of them back there.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw a bunch of this size back there.
Yeah, it's like a 5-pounder.
Dude, I love that hook, bro. Look at that. That hook is the deep.
What is it?
It's that finesse flipping hook.
They're over there.
Oh my god.
Oh, big one?
Yeah. I mean, he nailed it. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, he's good. He's real big.
Oh, yeah. I got him. What is that, like an 8 or 9?
I seen him on the Livescope though. There was like 3 of these YouTube. Like we saw him out there.
I think there was more than 3. I think there was like
3
5.
or 4 of these guys out there. And I just threw it out there and counted it down and started swimming it in. I think that is a...
That's at least an 8 probably.
I told you we were going to catch a tank today. Dude, he like, when he hit it. Well, I wish my scale was working. I've caught enough of these, and so is Christian, to say that that is
He's
sure enough an 8-pounder.
8, yeah.
So. That might be. I mean, I don't know. What do you
It's
think?
probably about an
Look how thick he is, though.
8. I don't know, it's hard to say.
Look how thick that fish is, man. Maybe because the water color's not real good for it.
It's probably good on Winter Haven.
Yeah, I know it's going to be good on
Harris. Better one, yeah. I don't think he's huge, but better fish. Yeah. Aw, you sucker. You're all...
Sorry.
It's alright.
I didn't know what to do. Hit it right at the boat. You see that?
Yeah.
Sunbait both again.
I think we're front angled already. Here, I'll get the scale.
Show it.
4.10.
Sweet.
How's this one bait?
Sunbait again. Caught some decent ones on the swim bait.
I got one. Oh, did he drop it?
As soon as I can start
He's
getting
got it. Oh!
pretty good one. We're about to find out. Yeah, that's the best one of the day. Huh? You got one now? That's good. What is this, like 3 weeks? How long is it?
Hit it. Drop.
Big one too? Little one?
Alright guys, thanks for sticking around watching the video. Hopefully you guys learned a few things about that Livescope. I know it wasn't too in-depth, but we tried to do some commentary on what we were looking at. Like I said in the beginning of the video, if you guys want, I can do a more in-depth type video where I'll really walk you guys through, probably set up a GoPro on the Livescope is what I'm thinking, and kind of walk you guys through what I'm seeing, what I'm throwing at them, and then actually seeing the Livescope and the fish react to the bait, something like that. So if you guys want to see that, definitely leave a comment below and let me know. But if not, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already to the channel. Lots of great content coming up. Tournament season is about to kick off and we'll be in full swing. So as always, recording all of those, be putting out a bunch of tournament content. So stay tuned for that and we'll see you at the next one.